Hi everyone, welcome. My name's Rochelle, and I'm doing my Creative Escape Facebook Live, which I hold every Wednesday. And today I'm going to be sharing something, excuse me, using the Nested Friends stamp set. Excuse me. So thanks for joining me, and uh, I'm just going to give you a few seconds to hop on, and I'm just going to get a drink of water as well before I start. Just bear with me. Cassie, have you got any water? Water. That was a bad start, and what set me off. But anyway, please say hi if you're watching with me. And I'm going to be using some new colors. Now, I have got a blog hop going live at 8 o'clock. And I'm going to, in that, I've created a version of this card. So it's in a different color palette. And so you check that out. But now I'm going to create something in something totally different colors. But I wanted to show you basically the techniques that that I shared in the card that I created on that. Well, thank you. Um, so, by way of introduction, my um, my name is Rochelle Smith. I'm from Melbourne, and I teach card making and paper crafting, and I do classes, and I'm mainly online. So I send kits out anywhere in Australia. I have my PDFs for sale as well. So currently I have a class, which is the Cheerful Daisies class, and you get to make 4 cards in that class, and I send you a kit, and it includes some product as well. So the kits don't include stamped images because as stamping up policy, we cannot include stamped images, but you can use whatever you like in that, or you can purchase the stamps. Now, the PDF is available for sale as well separately. Now, if you haven't got a catalog, let me know, and I can get one out to you anywhere in Australia. So today, I'll turn the camera around so you can see these nested prints. I just recently got this, and this is from the mini catalog which carried over. And I've actually just recently got this stamp set. So it's no longer a bundle, and it is in our online exclusive section of the store. So it's not in the catalog as such. So you need to hop onto the online store to have a look at it. And I'm just having a lot of fun playing with this. Initially, it didn't grab my attention, and I really have really taken to it. So my color palette, and I've got to say I'm umming and ahhing about some colors, but initially I will be going with Asia Afternoon and Lemon Lime Twist. Now, Lemon Lime Twist is a returning color. So it was one of our in colors a few years back, and Asia Afternoon is new. This was, I can tell you, was definitely not my favorite color, and I was so glad when it left and it came back. So, but now it's funny how your tastes change, and I'm quite warming up to it, and I think when it's paired with the right colors, it works well. So actually, I think it was when it was an in color, it was there with Berry Burst, if I remember correctly, and Berry Burst has come back as well. So I'm looking at pairing it with Pebbled Path, which is one of our in colors this time, and possibly Pretty Peacock. So I've just got them out for now. And I've also got this old favorite of mine, which is the Quiet Meadow stamp set. So I'm going to be using that and the accompanying dies with that. I've had some preparation on this. So I'm going to be using a Lemon Lime Twist card base, and I've embossed, a dry embossed piece of basic white with the time worn type embossing folder. I've got a piece of Asia Afternoon cardstock, and this is, I'm gonna get the right name, the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. It's a pack of 6x6, and I will show you some of the sheets if I so if you're looking at something like that's value with like has a lot of the in colors, this is a good one to get. Oh, so not the in colors, a lot of the new colors. So this one's a good one because it has a lot of the new and returning colors. So this is with that Balloon Celebrations suite. So you can see it's got like lemon lime twist, berry burst, that Asia Afternoon, Lost Lagoon. I think it's got some misty moonlight there. So a few of your colors through there. So it gives you lemon lolly. So it gives you a bit of a mix of colors. So it's a good range if you want to experience those colors and try them. So it's a nice celebratory kind of pack. But I also like that the other side is not so busy. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my sheet of plain cardstock, the Asia Afternoon, and I'm going to bring in a bone folder. And what I'm going to do is I want to distress my edge. And I'm just curling that bit. I want that cardstock to split. And when you go, just keep working at it. It will naturally split. And you're breaking down those fibers of that cardstock. And sometimes I like to show this because you will see it in my blog post, but sometimes you don't know what I've done. And it's nice to be able to view what I've done. And you do have to work it a little bit. I just go on either side. And you will see it just coming apart. But I won't pull that apart. I will keep going at it. And it does take a little bit of time, but it's worth it. I just like the look of it. It's great if you're watching some show or something while you're crafting, just do it and just works, right? So you're sort of getting that split there. And then I'm just going to go on the opposite end, the same thing. One side will probably be a little more curved than the other because that's just how I wanted it. Have you checked out the colors? What are the colors? Any particular color that you really like in the new colors? Maybe it could be in colors or the whole color range that we have. I particularly like Pebbled Part from our in colors. Really, really like that. It's between a brown and a bit of a gray, probably a more gray. I've been using it a lot. So, and you can see it's splitting there. This one I don't need as much, but I'll do it a little more. This is a nice blue, and let's compare it to, actually, I wanted to compare it to Tahitian Tide. And that's the difference there. So thanks for joining me today. Please give the video a like, and when you share it, it's I really appreciate it. Okay, so all I'm doing is what I would call this distressing or creating a suede look. Then I have, like, you can take anything really, any sort of something that has a circular look to it. And I found a pen was a bit too wide for me if you have something smaller. And I've just gone just to give it a nice curve. All right. So on this piece of cardstock, I'm going to be using this stamp, which is from the Quiet Meadow stamp. It's just some text. This is a totally fresh ink pad. I haven't used it, so let's it's nice to be able to use some new ink pads. So I might probably not want it that dark. Yeah, I'll probably stamp off first. And yeah, I want that white bit there. So I'm just gonna do it a bit random. So sort of a bit like a C shape there, right? And I'm going to bring in my scissors. Now, you might have seen me do this previously. We're going to give this a bit of a distressed look. Just very light. I'm not going to be over the top on this. Just a little bit. All right. So I'll just set these aside, my little pieces here. The next thing I have, we will stamp our little bird, and then I'll get some ink ready. So I'm going to stamp the bird in Pebbled Path. It's a cute little bird. And I'm going to bring in a blender pen. Now, these blender pens, I haven't checked lately. I think I'm pretty sure they come in a pack of 3. So, and you've got two sides, so the 2 nibs, so you can switch around. It's got a formulated like liquid in there, so you can basically for blending color. So you can use it. It's meant to be used on watercolor cardstock. I've just stamped this on just basic white cardstock. Just don't oversaturate it if you're doing what I'm doing. Use it with the ink refills or do what I'm doing here. If you don't have a blender pen, you can use a water painter. I'm just going to color this bird, shade it a little bit. because I don't want it too dark. I'm just taking that excess color out. So he's ready. Set him aside just to, I'll die cut him in a minute. Now the next thing is just a bit of layering with this card. So I'm getting prepared. I've got a silicone mat. This is an older one I had, so you can still buy them. It's just a different size. I'm just going to put that on there. And I've got some embossing paste. So this is just a regular embossing paste. There's a shimmer one as well. I'm just using regular. And I'm just going to put a bit of embossing paste on the side. Your embossing paste will come with this a lid and this silver sort of cap. I keep that on just to make sure and close it really tight and close it straight away. And generally, if I was not doing a live, I'll wash it straight away as well. It does come off if you leave it a little bit. It just takes a little bit of more effort. Just mixing some color in. It's like cake icing. I'm going to bring in this piece of designer series paper. And I've got one of our masks. So this is the artistic mixed decorating mask. You get a set of 4, I think, or 5 maybe. And I'm taking a little bit of that. So I still want to see that stamping under. So some bits I will really pull it back so you can, it's very light, and other bits I'm going to lay it on a bit thicker. So I like that rough kind of look. I mean, it depends on the project, but generally I like that textured look. And here I'm trying to give it that translucent effect. So you can still see that little bit of stamping under. So it's tone on tone pretty much. It's going to be there. I'm going to leave it to dry. It dries pretty quickly. We've got a bird. I have die cut. This is a, I don't know which piece I'm going to use. Maybe I'll use the thinner bit. Probably that. This is, when you put it together, this is from the Seaside Bear dies. So this is like that landscape bit. So I've just cut that. I'm going to use it as a border. And this is what I just cut 2 just in case. The tailored tag dies. And I did have some foliage, but I can recut it. I did keep it out for that sake. So, sentiment. I'm just going to use the birthday wishes. And we will use Pebbled Path. I might stamp that and die cut it separately. That might be safer. That gives me a bit more leeway. So it's these ones, they've got like heaps of what do you call it? Tags. So we can die cut that. I generally stamp first and die cut. It's just then I can make sure it's all aligned. Please ask me any questions you may have. So running just through our mini machine. So we've got the white and the limited edition boho blue, which is currently available while stocks last. So you can get that at the moment. And we'll get our bird. So there's a lot in this nested friends dies. There's the nest comes like separate as well. The outline, lots of bits and pieces, which is really good. I think I've got my value out of that die set and the stamp set. That's there. And then I've got this die, which is from that Meadow dies. So this is an old set we've had. And I'm going to die cut. Let me get, you know what, I cut it out, but I can't find it. And I'm going to cut it out of white purely because I don't know what color I want it in, and then we can always blend some color onto it. If in doubt, do it in white. I like this die because this is good for fillings, and you can add it in anywhere. Okay, now I'm just gonna try and do a bit of assembly. This is still a bit wet, so I'm leaving that for a sec. So we've got this bit of, I'm going to use the thinner bit. I don't need that. So you can always use the other puff, and I will be hiding that a little bit with the brown. Got some pretty peacock. Let's see how that goes. Because what it's going to lay beside is that. So that might look quite nice. So Pretty Peacock was one of our in colors. Now this too was one I wasn't a fan of. I don't know. It was very popular. Pretty Peacock. I don't know, I'm weird. I didn't really like it, but now I like it. I think it's a nice, you know, for the it's like the depths of the ocean. Like I said, you change your what colors you play with, and it also depends on what you combine it with. I tell you what I don't like, because sometimes like you think, oh, we like all the colors. No, we just play with things and try things. And as you play with things, you like, I find if something's really bright, I find I mute it down with a crumb cake or something like that. That always helps. Let's see. I'm going to throw caution to the wind there and just go with it. Wrong side. This side. Never mind. So we'll center that. And the reason I use this as a border, you can use a scallop border, anything. I just thought it was just a bit fun and different. So sometimes it's good to look at your dies in a different manner, instead of like, okay, that's sand and that's sea. You can use them as in different ways. Now there's some dots here, and I'm just going to add some dots to bring in that pretty peacock through our card. And I'll stamp that off, because that too can be quite, let's see. Okay. I will show you my sample so you can see what I've done. I did it in pink. Totally different. Right, so we're just gonna lay that down there. Let me just give that a quick dry with our heat gun, just to be safe. I think it's just very cold at the moment. It's pretty dry. So you can see that the paper, because it's thinner, has warped, but it's okay. It's because the embossing paste is wet, obviously. I'm just doing this on heat setting 1. The other day, my heat gun just decided to just stop, and I thought, oh no, it's died finally. But no, I just let it rest, and then it started again, which I was glad about. I'm putting that down there, and then I'll trim the rest. Keep that straight. If you're enjoying the video, please don't forget to give it a like. Just reminding it does help and helps get the word out as well. Now, so you know what my plan is? I kind of got this the opposite way, so let's do it this way. I've lost my little gadget which I was using to turn it. Pen will do, just to give it a bit of a twisty. That was my little file, my cardstock file. We can even use this here. That's better. I've got to reverse. I was following a sketch, and that's how we were doing it. Right, so this is going to go like that. All right. Okay, so that's just a rough. Then we have got our leaves and our bird. Now the leaf, I think I'm going to do it in lemon lime twist, just to bring in that lemon lime twist again. And when you blend color, it's going to give you a more a muted color instead of the strong cardstock. So that's another reason when you do it in if you die cut it in white. That looks pretty cool too. You see how that blotchy, I mean, I didn't mean for that to happen. I just went straight in without tapping off, but that looks quite cute too and nice. Another effect you can have on your die cuts, like tapping it on there. I think that's enough. I would say this is me going quite out of my comfort zone with color, like a bit brighter, but I do like this blue. I do like the blue, and the combination of the lemon lime twist is really nice. All right, so now with this, I use quite a bit of dimensionals. And that's what gives it like nice texture and depth to the project. And now I'll do that. But I've got another little bit of paper which I want to put in. Now this is a way you can use like bits and pieces of your paper, right? And this is, I do this quite a bit. You will see in my projects where I tuck it in like at an angle and just put it in there. And I just add something more something extra to more interesting to look at. And so that's going exactly the same angle as the blue underneath, or the azure blue, azure afternoon. All right. That's a great way to use up your strips. This is the Ringed with Nature bundle. What I did was just die cut one and emboss. So that's a hybrid embossing folder. It comes with the dies and the embossing folder. So you die cut and emboss. And just I pre-did that. I am thinking pebbled part, maybe. Looking for my black sort of and all I'm going to do just give it a bit of a tinge. Pick up on that. So then we can add this onto our card. I'm going to glue this just with liquid glue on there. And what I do, if it's a small piece like this and I'm a bit worried that the glue might spread out, I just wipe it off on a scrap. Now we've got a sentiment, and I'm going to go straight like that. I'll add a dimensional on either side. Take the backing off, and on this side, because it's going to be, this one's already got a dimensional, so it's highest, and then this will be a bit lopsided. So we want to have it the same. I'll put a second one there. Then we're going to add our bird like that. Now to stick that on there. So the white breaks all that like busyness of the color. It is nice, and it makes the other colors stand out too. So on a couple more some dimensionals on this. Yep, there's lots of dimensionals. What do you think? Are you liking these colors? And I'm just going to drop that like straight. You can angle that if you like. And then I'll just glue this on because there's a lot of, it's quite a heavy or filled up card. And with the inside, I'll just add a piece of DSP on that. Let's put some embellishments. To mute this down, I would probably go with some of this pebbled part dots. So this is the in color 2023-2025 in color dots. I've used a fair few. Okay, so let's go. And these are good. They match, like they go with pinks and not necessarily that's Moody Mauve, but you could match it with Berry Burst. So that's that. That's our card done. I hope you have enjoyed that and let me know what you think. Thanks, Alana. You love the layering. It's fun and it does make it look like it's easy because it's just basic card layers. I haven't done too much die cutting, but it does make a difference. I will show you the one I have made for this blog. Go onto my website. I will have more photos and better photos which have come up. So I did that in pink. So so the best color is Bubble Bath, and I used the Cane Weave embossing folder and Berry Burst on the background. Let me bring that down. Sorry. Same designer series paper. It was just a different sheet there. And I same dyes. I use soft sea foam there, and pretty much pebble path again, bubble bath there. To be honest, I thought you'll see what I wrote. I thought bubble bath was more a purpley color, and it actually came out quite pink there. So it might just pick up the colors around it. I really like playing with that, and that was my first play with that color. And oh, I forgot, I wanted to put a ribbon here, so let's put the ribbon. These ribbons, both these ribbons are from the one pack. This was actually petal pink, so let's put this ribbon on. And so it's petal pink and lemon lime twist. It's from the Zoo Crew suite, but I just colored my petal pink ribbon to match. And I don't have all the blends yet, so I just used my ink pad to color that. And it worked. Changed the color. I used what is that? Bubble Bath. I keep going to say blushing brand. Bubble Bath. What's your preference in the colors? What do you think? Cut a bit off that. All right, thanks for joining me. Make sure you check out that blog post, and if you enjoyed this, just give it a like or a thumbs up if you're watching it on YouTube. Appreciate your time on a weeknight for sharing your evening with me. Have a great rest of the week, and I hope to catch up with you next week for more creativity, and enjoy the rest of the week. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.